Hello everyone, and once again welcome to today's session. I am hoping that I will be able to make more sessions more frequently these days. Life was not really allowing me to actually record more frequent sessions to you than last month, but last 2 months perhaps even. Here I am. And I'm intending for us to see each other more often. Yes, and before we start, welcome if you're returning, and if you're new here, welcome. And I hope what I'm about to offer you will soothe your heart and your soul. And right off the bat, if you'd like to support me, the best way you can do it is through liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting on my content. And I would really appreciate your support a great deal. And if you're interested in getting a personal reading, my personal readings are currently open. And how you can reach me is in the description box below. There is a link there, and if you purchase it, I will be contacting you for an appointment for our session. Yes. All right. Let's see what I'm sensing. Just a minute. My choker was turned to my back, and I didn't realize it until now, and that I always wear. There is one. And I am taking it as a message that you have been looking for something, and you thought you didn't have it or didn't have access to it, but it was always with you, is the message. It was on your back, but you were always looking at your front, for example, looking at a specific place, but it was always with you. And now you are realizing that what you thought you didn't have, or what you thought you lost, was actually never lost, and you always had it. Yes. Okay. Still some respiratory issues. And your voice not being at its full potential, not showing its full potential. Your self-expression still needs a little push. And also you are having certain discomfort in your body around your right side. which is of course it's a whole body experience. It's affecting your left side as well. But the main problem is on the right side, which is on your lower chakras, root, sacral, and solar plexus chakras. It is about movement. It is about masculine energy. You are still holding a certain kind of anxiety about moving, about taking certain actions, necessary actions in regards to your life, because you are sort of afraid of the circumstances you are going to face, and it is about your flexibility. Therefore, you're kind of still carrying a certain kind of fear around that, but this discomfort is the point where you know that this is the moment you face it, because you are feeling this kind of physical discomfort coming to the top because you actually acknowledge the problem, and now you're facing it in order to transmute it. So it is a good sign. I know these days are a little bit uncomfortable in regards to your self-expression and capacity to movement. You are carrying some anxiety around it. But you are gonna do it. Don't worry, you're gonna get that courage. You know you have it within you already, and you are going to act properly and on time. When the time comes, you're going to sense it. Yes, let's start from here. Okay. I will start with the Golden Storybook Tarot to give us a head start. And then I am going to continue with my own Major Arcana deck that I'm working on to look at certain archetypes. And then I have the Power of Love Oracle cards. We're going to get a few Oracle cards in the end to summarize the energy, guys. Okay, let's go. It's citrine. You're going to get the... I intuitively pick each stone that I have when I'm shuffling the cards and preparing the cards before the reading, and I intuitionally picked citrine, raw citrine. So you are in your abundant energy. You're going to get the material support you need, although it's going to be in raw form. Guys, it's not going to be polished. You are the one who's going to polish it, and also you are the one who's going to see the potential of a raw situation and how you can polish it. Okay, guys, so the help you need is going to be provided materialistically for you to refine your work, guys. Okay, let's go. Okay. Four of Wands on the split. I'm getting the sense that you're so focused on what could not work and how your heart could be broken that you don't see the joy, the marriage, the Six of Pentacles, the joy, the marriage, the blessings, the energy that is surrounding you, because you're so focused on materialistic boundaries and situations these days, which is understandable because you're trying to manifest what you feel on the spiritual realm. into the physical being. Therefore, you're highly focused on this aspect, the moon, the unknown, and the illusion. You're afraid that what you're sensing is an illusion, that you are creating this in your mind. You really need to ground this self-trust. It is time. This doubting your own intuition is over. That era is over. You've been through it. You healed it already. Now your current challenge is in regards to move according to your intuition, okay? Not talk yourself out of it. Therefore, we gotta lay this kind of doubting perspective to rest from now on. You gotta choose to trust. Trust is about choice. Faith is about choice. Okay? And in order for you to make an actual real choice, you've got to actively decide, not because one aspect is triggering you more or more invasive. That's not a choice, okay? If you are acting in a certain way because it has more power to you, because you find it more invasive, or it knows how to trigger your buttons a bit more, is not a choice. The choice is being able to analyze and be aware of the current situation. For example, A is more invasive and it knows how to trigger my buttons more, but B is still there. It is more kind, more graceful, or more subtle, but this is also a truth, and that is also a truth. So which truth do I really want? You know, being able to ask that question and then act accordingly, okay? That is true choice. So there will always be doubts, of course, because that's the game. We never know for certain before we make the choices. The path becomes clear after we pass through the choice points with a certain decision. Otherwise, the timeline is always a mystery, guys. Yes, see, confirmation. 4 of Cups and 2 of Swords. This is the duality in the mind. You are questioning your place and your choices, actually. I see the birds here at the top of each cup under the moon, which is giving me the idea that voices to listen to. Which heart, which home, which person, which people, 2 of Wands, another 2 energy. You are questioning all the choices and the constructions you've built, the concepts you've built in your mind, around you, people you surrounded yourself with, and their authority in your life, and your own authority in your life, and whether you belong to this kind of or these kind of structures. This is a fundamental question of your psyche. You are facing this kind of situation at your fundamental level in your life. This is not about your surroundings. Therefore, as you are questioning these, it is important to realize from which perspective, from which persona you are asking the questions you're asking and then giving yourself answers to. Because whoever is at the center of your being is going to manipulate the situation, because everything you perceive is going to be relative to it, to the center. Therefore, it is important for you to place the correct authority at the center of your being in order to get better results in your choices. I hope that means something to you. We have the Temperance, the card of balance and transmutation and patience here, as we see. Yes, which is also number 5, 4 to 5. Okay, you're in between 4 to 5, the change point. You've built a certain structure until this point in your life and you got it going. It was a certain kind of structure, as if in music, which gave you a baseline. And now you're at the change of the tune. You're changing, you're making a leap, which is one of the previous readings I saw this kind of energy once again. So we're still in that process for the following subscribers I see in their life. So you have been questioning everything dualistically in your psyche, in your reality, in your energy, in your spirit. Okay, your energy, your mind, your heart. And of course, this situation was a contradicting kind of situation that was a little bit tiresome, because it was about the dualities of the situation all the time. You were trying to do make a balancing act within and without, so that you can transmute your past, and by using that, creating a new kind of balance, a new kind of foundation. Now you are at the leaping stage. Until this point, you were at the questioning stage. First, defining where you are, your structure, current structure, then questioning everything in regards to that structure, your psychology and your energy. And this is mainly about your emotions, who you truly are in that current physical structure. So like in the Justice card, weighing everything energetically and spiritually and mindfully in your structure. Until this point, it was the doubting area, of course, because through doubts you were able to pinpoint certain aspects in regards to your own programming. Okay, and now you've got all the data you need, so therefore the speculation of the mind and the energy from now on, and of the past from now on, is actually not good for you. This is the point of change and strength, the transmutation and bringing out who you truly are. During this process, you realize you've been lying to yourself all this time, out of fear. Fear of a heartbreak, both for yourself and the people surrounding you. But now you're realizing you're stronger than those heartbreaks. The true you is not chained through such limitations, such as heartbreak or death. Because you know that what you truly are is stronger than all these concepts. What truly is beyond and all-inclusive of these concepts. Therefore, you creating this narrative of you being so sensitive and you're being so emotional, and therefore in the face of disappointments you're going to be so heartbroken, is a lie. And you've been telling this to yourself because all this time, as you were living your life and growing up, people, the society created this narrative that these kind of heartbreaks, these kind of encounters are so strong that they can ruin a human being, and you are a human being, therefore you should avoid these at all costs, or you should, as you face them, you should get devastated. But then you realize all these narratives are lies, because neither human being nor your consciousness is that weak. It is actually something far more resilient. And there will be endless times where you face heartbreak and death and birth and all those kind of things, and that's the thing of life. And actually what is within you is created to the persona, a certain aspect, the human self within you is created to withstand all these kind of experiences and learn from them and become even greater to reach to a certain conscious level. Therefore you realize all these things that has been portrayed by others that is extremely dangerous and that you cannot really tolerate it is a lie, and you have, like many people, adopted this kind of perspective. And the lie is like, because you are afraid of you are not going to be accepted by the society, you felt the necessity to act in the form of, be in the form of, talk in the form of these kind of narratives to people, so that they don't find out who you truly are. The resilient one, the one that's even in the face of death and heartbreak can withstand all that with an open heart. And that was the Four of Cups you're realizing, not small deeds of people or lies or misconceptions that's coming from people and all those kind of things. It was the Four of Cups that made you feel like you were trapped, is that you not accepting your true strength. That whatever you will go through, you know that you will never fade, that you will get up and keep on going either way, because that's what you're made of. I'm hearing we're made of stardust right now in my mind. That stardust metaphor, that power, that as if you're made of stars, and stars are like celestial bodies, as we know, that they die and they be reborn in different forms, you know. Who cares whether you die, because what is within you can never die. You know that in the center of your being, you are not merely a fragile monkey man is coming to. And as I am saying monkey man, I'm hearing Hanuman from the Indian mythology. If you're interested, you can research Hanuman, the monkey man. Yes, let's see. Okay, one more card and I will. Eight of Swords. Freeing yourself from the mental prison. And the Wheel of Fortune at the back of the deck. Wonderful energy. Guys, as I'm looking at this Eight of Swords, what I'm seeing is that, do you see the tower and the barriers of the city, or the castle, you know, this, the wall, the stone wall here, if you can see it, and the fence, let's say. Okay, this is the fence, the stone wall of the city or whatever, and these swords are right in front of the gate, you know, out of the place. So you and your family and your surroundings placed these kind of swords so that you could never leave the city, leave the castle. And all your life until this point was in this castle, this fortress. And every time you wanted to get a peek of the outside, getting out of the city walls, and this is the clock tower, I guess, right? Oh no, it's just yeah, it was, yeah. You saw the swords. These are in your mind because they have been put there by your conditioning ever since you're a little kid. So much that you own them. You thought that they are you. They're your own thoughts. They're your own kind of philosophy in life, of your being. Anyways, and you saw these swords and you convince yourself to get back into the city, and city is safer, city is more abundant for you perhaps, and all these things are not worth facing. For example, it's better in the city, where you know yourself, where you're used to, you are familiar with all the dangers and all those kind of things. On the other hand, this time, as you transmuted this kind of conditioning and building your balance anew, that's why you are having these problems on your physically, on your right side as well, in regards to your movement too, because you are rebalancing yourself. So there was a your balance is changing, therefore you realized your left side was stronger than your right side, your feminine side, compared to your masculine side. So you're negative, you're positive, the 0 and the 1, you know. So the active side was more pacified, and now it became activated. And since all these times, all these years, you weren't used to this kind of balance, you started aching. I'm hearing you started aching. This it's rebalancing, and therefore you're getting a certain kind of fatigue, and you will be through in a few days, and you will be stronger than ever. You will be so much in balance. This is the rebalancing. After you get to this certain balanced, strong, fully self-realized, spiritually and mentally structure, you will look at the 8 of Swords once again, and you're going to see what these swords are, for they truly are. They were the barrier, like a scarecrow. Imagine yourself as the crow here, and these are the scarecrow, so that they would prevent you from leaving the safe place that everybody wants you to stay in. And as you see that, now what's coming to me is the King Arthur legend, that you will walk up to these swords and pull them out of this soil like the true king you are, and start walking onto your new adventure, your new path, and you're almost here. And as you realize this, your wheel of fortune is here. Things are turning in your favor for the better, with grace, the help of grace and the Spirit. Now you have the full spectrum. You're on it, walking. You have the full spectrum. You can be whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. World is your oyster, I'm hearing. As you free your heart and your mind and your energy, of course. Okay. Hematite for grounding, and for also it's very helpful stone to get your blood levels into balance. So keep that in mind. Something about the blood and the health and groundedness. Something you carry in your blood, perhaps also not as in a health problem. There is I'm sensing a balance in your blood. Maybe you're a little low on iron. You can check that out, but you will be fine. But I'm also sensing a spiritual aspect in regards to your blood. It's the ancestral knowledge that you carry in your blood. This strength is the strength of centuries, revelations. And you are discovering that with the number 8, the strength of infinity, strength coming from your ancestors. The stars, the reference of the stars. Stars are your ancestors. I mean, we wouldn't be living on Earth if there was no sun or there was no Milky Way galaxy, right? In the space. So the celestial bodies are called celestial for a reason. They are your ancestors, and they're actually conscious. And they're alive, remember. Use that wisdom. Ask them. Ask for help. Ask for guidance. Yes. And you will be shocked. I'm sensing an energy that for someone is that it's these kind of languages giving them a trickery kind of, illusory kind of language and metaphorical rather than real. They are like in doubt that there is that kind of grace, there is that kind of support from living, because they have been through many hardship and they always felt alone. What they don't realize is that they never tried. They never reached out to their roots and asked for help in their life because they were so invested in the idea that the modern society's individuality, you're alone, you're just a merely helpless, weak human being, monkey, and nobody cares about you, and this world is this dark void that doesn't even care about you. You're just a little pest kind of language. Therefore, they don't understand this celestial language. Well, I encourage you to give it a shot, my friend. And you've got what it takes, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. But don't forget to be precise and patient. Catch yourself. I'm hearing catch my fall. Can you stand alone and catch my fall? And I really do believe you can. You've got everything at your disposal. Yes. Let me check the recording before we go on. This ghost screen, Jesus. I mean, I still didn't change my screensaver. Yeah, okay, we're good. 36 minutes, me talking as usual. A bit too much. People are making 10-minute, 30-minute videos, and every time I sit on this table, mine is like, you know, an hour. Yeah, guys, this is us diving deep. Obviously, I'm not creating easy, consumable content here, and I hope that the people who know the value of such depths will find me, and we will be supporting each other on this beautiful existence. So, who cares? Maybe in the future I will be more fast, but I don't think so. I like being deep. The sun. Wonderful. After your Four of Cups, you will be free and innocent and abundant as the sun. The center that provides both itself and its surroundings and the magnetism you will emit. I mean, all those planets, all those bodies will gather around you, completely sucked in by your magnetism. And you will feel so blessed. Right underneath the Two of Swords, we've got the Hanged Man. This is a repeating energy. And I was talking about scaling and justice. Do you remember? Confirmation. I shuffled these cards good, guys. I mean, I pre-shuffled them beforehand and then reshuffle it as I'm sitting here. I don't know how these cards are repeating themselves, believe me. I mean, it's clearly a current energy in the collective these days. I'm also stumbling upon other readers' sessions, and it's this sun, this hangman, this justice, and this temperance energy is a repeating energy, friends. The thing is, as you faced yourself in the hangman stage, in your own duality, mental duality, you figured out the fakeness of certain situations and saw the lake for what it is. And after you have gone through that kind of speculation, the scales justified once again, and the transmutation started, because after seeing that kind of perspective, you cannot go back. Now you know what truly lies beneath all that facade. And you justify the scales, you weighed your heart to the feather of justice, of Ma'at, in the face of death, and you found out your true essence, the sun. And now all that is left is that grounding this new perspective into being, manifesting it. That's what you're transmuting. You are going to be the embodiment of the sun, of life and creation and purity, and of justice. Holding the feather in your hand as your wand. This feather, the feather of justice, the feather that you related to your heart, okay, is going to be your tool. And with the feather of truth at your disposal as your wand, it will be so much easier for you to see the deceptive patterns and thoughts and people and all those kind of things, because now you're holding your heart true. You're holding the truth in your hands. And you are weighing everything according to this feather, and everything, all the delusions and everything is gonna be so easy. I mean, to weigh, to understand which is the deceit and which is the truth, because now what you relate to, all these things, all these creations, in contrast to, is pure. It's not foggy itself. Yes. All right. Do we have one more? One more spirit. The Hierophant. This came on the other reading too. It's crazy. I mean, you saw it. I mean, it pulls itself out on its own. I mean, I'm not doing anything, really. This is the repeating energy. It's a confirmation. On the back of the deck, the Judgment. Justice, Hierophant, Judgment. This is highly court energy. There was a situation, circumstances surrounding you all this time that you were seeking justice. You were, I don't know, defending yourself in the court, trying to make the scales justified. There was this war between two sides, and you were trying to justify the scales. You were trying to bring out the truth, the sword of truth. And finally, the reckoning is here. And you are guided and protected during this kind of change. Do not feel to be burdened by these weights that you've been carrying on your back for so long, because you are protected. You are watched over with this Hierophant here. Past, present, future, the grace, the Hecate, I'm thinking about the deity, you know, the spirit. You are not carrying this weight alone. You are not alone in this. Watch the synchronicities. They're giving you signs that you are actually not alone in this. And there is a helping hand that is guiding you. And the reckoning is near. Okay, you are going to get what you deserve. You are going to get your justice, because you did the work within yourself. Now you're gonna see it on your outer world. If people were lying to you, it's gonna come out. If there were self-afflicting thoughts you had, you are gonna find your courage and your truth, and that they no longer will be able to affect you or deceive you. Anything you can imagine. If there were a certain kind of redemption that you've been asking for, in regards to the lies and the theft that you've been going through, they are going to come to the redemption is coming. Okay, your wheel of fortune is here. Your fortune is turning for the better. You're gonna get what you deserve because you did the work. Okay, you didn't give up. You didn't give in. You tried to face all the hardships in your life, but still keep your heart open, still keeping an honest face, still try to be honest for yourself, even in the face of such pain. And life will giving you what you deserve, rewarding you. It's not a reward, it's what you deserve, but it is coming in. You're almost there. The only thing that's left between you and your abundance and what you deserve is you removing these swords, because although the spirit is with you, you're the one with the authority. Therefore, you need to pluck these swords out. Okay? That's what you need to do. And as you do that, and as you face it, you will get your soul's desire. It's here. Your judgment is here. Your redemption and your fortune is here. Do not forget where you come from. The sun, do not forget. Okay, guys, finally. I mean, firstly, thank you if you're still here until this point. It's hard to listen to such long readings, I know, and I'm honored, so thank you so much. It means a great deal to me. Someone's thinking about you constantly. And you're sensing that. They're talking to you in their head. Actually, that's why you're sensing it so strong. Not just thinking about you, but actually getting full-blown discussions, trying to express themselves to you, try to reach out to you. For some reason, they have a block in the physical plane that they cannot do that. Therefore, they're trying to do it through the ethereal mediums. This can be a passed on loved one, or someone for some reason has a certain kind of block in the physical realm that cannot reach you, but in this in the energetic realm, they are trying to connect to you telepathically, because somehow they have this urge through their heart to reach out to you. And you might be having certain kind of ear ringings or certain kind of headaches, or those kind of instant flashes that remind them of you. They are because this person's telepathically trying to connect to you. And if you don't believe in telepathy, guys, I hate to break it to you, but it's real. Not like in the movies, but it is real. Because nothing is separated. Not really. It's one of the foremost illusions here. The idea of separation. Let's see. After these oracle cards, I will be letting you go, guys. 2, 3. 1, okay, 4. That's enough. I don't want 5, Spirit. Okay, 5. Let's see. All right. Release. You have the ability to give over unwanted energies to the loving forces of the universe. Like I said in the Hierophant card, you do not need to carry this burden alone. Give it to the universe. Release it. Okay? Put it in the basket of God. Okay? Once there was a dream I had. There were 9 doors. I finished 6. They were ethereal doors. I had a companion with me. We were in spirit realm. This is a very old dream. When was it? I don't know. Maybe 2021. around the 9th of February. Some specific checkpoints I remember. And as I was coming with my companion, we were two, we went in front of each door, and I was making a basket being made of these, these thorns, and I put all the baggage or whatever that I find in my pockets and everything in them, and throwing it out from each door. And for each door I did that. And I remember around the 9th door or the 6th door, I'm not certain, I don't remember, but there was this gigantic spiritual conscious Zeus-like presentation there, and this figure, high ethereal figure, we were standing right in front of it, started to read some ancestral line names, like, and it's reading like the son of this and that, and the son of this and that and that and that, and then the son of this and that, and it was real long. And it came to the family line until my name and my companion's name, which I do not remember, but because I didn't know. I mean, maybe I still don't know. I don't know. I knew this in the spiritual realm, this person, but I never met them in the physical. So our names, and declared the freedom of karma, It didn't say like you're free of your karma, but we felt this energy, and there was a certain kind of expression that I cannot put it in words. And I remember that we were so happy and dancing with each other in joy that we made it, So this release card reminded me of that dream. So give your baggage, all those history, all those unwanted energies, whatever you can recall that is disturbing you and keeping you enslaved, give it to spirit. Sit in meditation if you want, and imagine that you put them into that basket and throwing it into the void, into a gateway, giving it to the spirit. You deal with it. I served them down with this part, kind of energy. Yes. Release yourself. I'm hearing freedom. See? My dream. I mean, release and freedom, that we felt free. All you gotta do is release this baggage. You are free, and you deserve to live out your freedom. So a little amount of people have the chance and the capacity to live a free life on this earth, in this time, in this era, okay? Among these circumstances, you are one of those people who have the capacity to live a free life. You've earned this, and you deserve this. Therefore, claim it and live your true life from now on, please. This one life, you deserve it. Okay? Oh, let me read it for you. You are releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. Yes, be open. Be open to life. Be open to miracles. Be open to positivity. Be open that positive things that can get you out of your imprisonment and give you what your heart's desire can actually come and find you and bless you. And you are worthy to be blessed, guys. Okay, what you desire desires you. Remember that, and be open to spontaneity and unknown and miracles and all those kind of unseen potentials, okay? Do not try to, this Eight of Swords and this Four of Cups, try to, hold on to these, linger to these known nightmares, okay? These nightmares are making you believe that the unknown is much more scarier than they are. But if you pass through these nightmares, what you're going to find is your own paradise. Okay? So dare to be open. Oh, the card of spontaneity, of course. Dare to be free and open for miraculous, loving, and positive energies, okay? You've seen enough hardship and darkness. Now it's time you see the light, the positive, okay? Just because what you've seen all through all this time is darkness does not mean what's coming is darkness. That's what the darkness wants you to believe in. And it's a lie. You are light itself, yourself, your heart. The courage you show in the face of all that difficulty, even when you saw no love around you, you claimed love in your heart. You are the greatest miracle. Imagine all those people who are facing the darkness and feeling all alone and sad on this earth. There is one person who, even in the face of all that darkness, did not choose to close their heart down, and even in the face of such pain, kept their heart open. There is this person alive right now among us, and it's you. Isn't this a miracle? Would you be the other person? Would you believe your own existence? That you were coming to their life? You wouldn't. You might start believing in your own miracle, believing in your own miracle. How miraculous you are, how sun-like you are. And give that chance to first yourself and to other people by showing it to them as well. Be bold with your heart, okay? And expect miraculous great things. Your fortune, it's coming big time, even though you don't want to believe it. Spontaneity. You move beyond the constraints of the mind. The Three of Swords and the Sage of Swords. Confirmation. You move beyond the constraints of your mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. Freely and lovingly embrace new situations. What's coming to you is, oh my God. Ooh. Maybe. Okay, I will see. Embrace the new situations. Embrace the new potential. Guys, don't be afraid. It's coming. And you will be happy. Because even in the face of all this darkness, you are happy. Do you realize it? You never lost your sense of humor. You still show gratitude. In the face of what most people would only spill the words of hatred and madness, you still show gratitude. Acknowledge your own power. Of course, great and beautiful and loving things are going to find you. You are it itself. You never lost it. Many people would have already lost it until this point that you're in. Remember that. You are committed to your truth. You are committed to your heart. You are committed to this life and your existence. Okay? Therefore, nothing can corrupt your heart. That's why among all these, you still stand. That's why that old self-narrative that in the face of heartbreak you are going to descend is terrible lie. The idea that you are restricted by these sewers, the idea that you are in this Four of Cups and you will never find freedom, all these are bullshit, actually. Pardon my French. Because you carry this heart